A new week and new Real Bookies video for you. On this one we'll tell you about the Belmont Stakes and the final stretch of our Triple Crown contest. It's been another thrilling renewal of the Triple Crown this year, as the top 3-year-old equine stars in the United States have battled across the country. The Belmont Stakes rounds off this series on June 10th, as the final race will see the hopefuls compete over a distance of 1.5 miles. But what could be some of the biggest stories surrounding the race at the Belmont Park, and who are the leading contenders? Biggest tests for classic generation. The Belmont Stakes is typically the most difficult of the Triple Crown races to win, as it will pit this year's 3-year-old equine stars over their extended distance of 1.5 miles for the first time. It's the most strategic of the Triple Crown races, and it will likely be the most crucial when it comes to examining just how good this year's crop could be in open company for the remainder of the season. The Belmont Stakes could also play a pivotal role in the outlook for the Breeders' Cup Classic later in the season. Could Mage complete the Triple Crown? The Belmont Stakes is about crowning the champion 3-year-old, but the feat of winning all 3 Triple Crown races hasn't been achieved since Justify in 2018. Mage is a big hope to end that long wait, as the 3-year-old landed success at Churchill Downs in the Kentucky Derby in early May. Forte Returns? One of the biggest disappointments in the Triple Crown this season was the fact that Forte wasn't able to take his chance in the Kentucky Derby. Last year's Breeders' Cup juvenile winner was the short price favorite at Churchill Downs, but he was scratched just hours before the start of the race. The Todd Pletcher runner was later added to the 14-day vet watch list, meaning that the run in the Preakness was off the card. However, he could return to the track to take a shot at the Belmont Stakes in June. Kingbarns, Tapit, Trice, and Confidence Game could present value. The betting for the Belmont Stakes is likely to be headed by Mage, which could mean that there is a value in other runners for the Kentucky Derby. Kingbarns endured a miserable time of things at Churchill Downs, as he finished down in 14th, but there is still confidence that Todd Pletcher runner will improve throughout the season. Tapit Trice also encountered issues at Churchill Downs in May, but the 3-year-old stayed on to finish 7th. Confidence Game is another of the Derby losers that had to be hinted with his start at the Belmont Stakes, but he will need to stay much better at the Belmont Park than he did in the Derby. Who will win the Belmont Stakes? The final field for the Belmont Stakes will be announced in early June, and there will be a lot of focus on whether Forte makes the lineup. However, Mage could be a solid selection at Belmont Park, as the Delgado runner could be set to take his shot at history. Thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video. Please remember to like and subscribe to keep getting Paperhead Sportsbook info and news.